StarkWare is a company that is built on a very strong core of mathematics and cryptography. It was founded at the very end of 2017. Back in the day, this was a ICO season. A lot of companies were doing ICO. StarkWare did not go down that path and so on. The company has built two product lines. StarkX, which is a SaaS business solution for scaling. It's used by all of the greatest and largest products over Ethereum, such as Sorare, DYDX, Immutable, Rhino, a bunch of others. And now recently, the past year, we've been working on Starknet, which is the leading layer 2 validity rollup over Ethereum. Some things that stand out in the values of StarkWare. First of all, it's excellence begets excellence, which begets courage and confidence. I want to explain that. So there's a very strong core here of engineering, mathematics, and cryptography excellence, and it attracts and has attracted in the past a lot of amazing talents in these areas. And we are, on the one hand, very confident in our ability to deliver far-reaching goals. And so we take very courageous bets, such as things like Starknet and Cairo, and just implementing all of this stuff that we have. But at the same time, it also lets us be very open and receptive to others in the area that are also excellent and share this trait of excellence. The other thing I want to say is that we have our head in the sky, but our boots in the mud, meaning our goals and the technology that we use is very cutting edge, very out there, very hard to understand and implement. But at the same time, we're very much focused on delivering concrete products and things that can then be used by developers, businesses, and end users. So we're not just some academic project, we are a very business-oriented company. Starks are the most future-proof technology in the area of validity proofs and ZK proofs. They are, and I'll explain why, are the most future-proof. They have the fewest and safest cryptographic assumptions, which mean that they are most likely to remain safe and secure decades into the future. For instance, famously, they're post-quantum secure. Meaning if there's a quantum computer, a lot of the existing snarks and other constructions are going to be completely broken, as will be a lot of public key cryptography. Starks are here to stay. They are immune to that sort of attack. The same mathematical foundation that makes them post-quantum secure also makes them have the most scalable and highest throughput prover, and the most efficient verification when you amortize it per transaction. And you also, the letter T in Stark stands for transparent, which means there is no trusted setup, there's no toxic waste. Even if you put this technology to work in the hands of the most powerful corporations or governments, they can still not mess it up, and it will still enforce integrity on even the strongest of entities that exist today in the world. So it's the best technology for use for validity proofs.
I suppose that I'm mostly focused on questions of incentives. So while a very large part, the center of the company is really on cryptographic questions about really what can be proved and what you can be sure of, even in a worst case adversarial point of view, an important part of blockchain is the question of incentives, how you incentivize all the different participants to act as would be beneficial for the system. So that is my main focus. Of course, I'm coming from the academic side, so I'm trying to give an academic point of view and somehow complementing the many very smart and practical people who are working on these types of questions here. I like to look at it in a very abstract theoretical point of view. About 30 years ago, people found this really amazing theoretical discovery that you can prove very shortly very long computations. While that was a theoretical result 30 years ago that was amazingly deep and clever and sophisticated, it turns out, and it actually took work of 30 years since then, to actually become practical. So from my point of view, Starks are simply the way to take this general idea of condensing very short, long computations into short proofs and doing it in a practical way. I suppose my day is very variable. Sometimes I just work on presentations. Sometimes I watch research talks that are related to blockchains. Sometimes I sit a lot in the meetings and talk with people who are actually doing stuff that's related. So it's very difficult to have a normal day for me.
The day starts with a coffee, obviously, which I'm heading towards at the moment. And then I start working on my tasks. I'm in the engineering, so that means coding and designing and discussing solutions for the products that we are working on. There are two parts. First is the coffee, obviously. The other is the people. The people are great. They're both very, very smart and also very, very nice. So
a day in the life look like a lot of coding, some meetings, some talking with members of the group, and giving very good solutions to good problems.
I like the technical aspect and the everyday challenges that we have here, and the most important that I like the people here, and we are like family.
awesome.
With one word, brilliant.
In one word, excellence.
Excellence.
Let me use two words: intellectual energy.